exactly my point. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we just haven't made enough noise.
Okay.
But right now I can see, I mean, there are a lot of people who are coming up. You've seen, you're just telling me about the gentleman who made a smart stove.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's impressive. I'm sure in the next budget we're going to be, catered for.
What do you plan to do about it?
Oh, my God.
So you are heard. Like
What
the
do I-
nurses and doctors have been heard.
Yeah. What do I plan to do about it?
Yeah.
As an individual. I think as an individual, I've taken every opportunity that has come my way.
Okay.
I mean, this is one of the opportunities. I mean, I'm here. I was really nervous coming here. I could have just stayed home, but I'm here, you see.
But you showed up.
Exactly my point. So, yeah, you take opportunities like this.
Okay.
So, right now, I'm speaking, for all the
That's one of the
innovators.
ways that you are,
Exactly.
making yourself heard. Okay. So now the issue of just people coming together and working together. Have you worked with anybody or any company to make sure that your dreams are actually actualized? I don't know how much money you're making from the app, from Workit, but let's just talk about the issue of cooperating with other people, other individuals that are into the same industry as you.
Not necessarily with the people that are in the same industry as I am, but we have worked with different companies. Like, for instance, it's not just Workit that we have as a company. So we also do web development, design, and app development. So we have worked with different companies. I'll give you an example of, we just finished a website for, what's this magazine? Proflights.
Okay.
Yeah, Proflights magazine.
Proflight,
yes. So we did
yes.
the magazine, both the
airline.
interactive. Yes. So we did the magazine, and also we've worked with Javens. That's a UK-based company.
Ah.
Yeah. So we also developed the Zamstores app. I don't know if you've seen Zamstores.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yes. So we have worked with different companies, just to mention a few.
Quite interesting.
I know.
I know. Very funny. But anyway, let's get into the fact that you abandoned, not really abandoned, but you unfortunately dropped out of school. And what's the way forward? What should we look forward to in as far as just innovations are concerned? Are you done? Are you satisfied with Workit, or are you planning to do more?
I'm not satisfied with Workit.
Okay.
I'm actually thinking of ways in which I can improve it. Technology is always improving.
Yeah.
Year by year, month by month. There's always something new.
Yeah.
And for now, what we are trying to put across is we want to make Workit an AI-based platform.
Yeah.
Like, we want to add artificial intelligence so that it just studies the behavior of the user. So that, if there's anything related to what you've been checking for, everything will just be coming.
If there are common questions that people ask, it's able to answer automatically. And detect what you want, and be able to provide at an instant, and maybe alerting you the owner later on.
Exactly.
Because
so if you're using it for marketing, to be able to respond to people's messages, because it's hectic when you send a text to a company and they take maybe 3-5 days to respond.
Yeah, it is.
So we plan to do that with Workit so that we can improve it. And then there are other measures and things that are coming up, and we'll definitely implement those.
Okay, what has this done for you? How has it changed your life?
It has changed my life in the sense that I think I'm more focused now,
because
I have something that I'm working on. I think if I didn't develop this, I don't know what I'll be doing by now. Probably I'll be frustrated because people are graduating now. I'll probably be crying in a corner or something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean people are graduating?
People, you know how it is. Like, I could be on that list. I would have been graduating as well, but I'm not. So it would probably frustrate me. But I have something that I'm looking forward to. I mean, it's something big, and I'm grateful that I have people that I was in class with that will call me and tell me, oh, do you have any vacancies? I'm graduating. If you have anything and everything, that's really inspiring for me. I'm like, oh my God, I must be doing something right.
Exactly. I mean, I'll be employing people that are educated.
I know, right?
So yeah, quite interesting. Now, talking about focus and determination and just doing something of your own, we've seen a number of young people today that just don't want to take up something or anything. They just want to be relaxed, want to rely on their parents for almost everything. Let's talk about the issue of being self-reliant. What's really the importance of being, independent and self-dependent upon your own capabilities and abilities as well?
So just to answer that one, I think it just comes down to how you were brought up.
Okay.
You understand? Majority of the families where we come from, they tell you to go to school, get an education, get employed by the government.
Yeah.
So you grow up with that mentality to say, if I don't get employed by the government, I'm done. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to make it in life. But if you grow up in a home where they tell you to say, you know what, get an education. Yes, educate yourself, but always remember you need to be creative. You need to be innovative. You need to come up with something of your own. Don't depend on people. Don't depend on the government to employ you. Because you know how it is.
Yeah.
We have people that are employed by the government, but you just be common. I mean, you can afford 3 meals a day, drive in a car, but you can't be rich.
Nah.
Yeah. So if we're talking big money,
Yeah.
I would say be independent.
Be independent.
Yeah, it starts at a young age.
Okay, let's look at the aspect of work and working for yourself. Just you being employed. I'm sure you've been employed before.
Yes.
Yeah, you have the
Multiple
experience.
times.
Yeah, multiple times. Goodness. Okay, first of all, before we talk about the thin line between working for yourself and also just being employed, what caused the first time? What caused the reason? As in, what made you get fired, or did you just quit the first job?
No, I was never fired.
You just quit
Yes.
on your first job.
So majority of the times, it's not like I just stopped. No, I used to stop because I got something better.
Better.
Yes, I was
Greener
always
pastures.
upgrading. Yes, I was always upgrading. So I had to resign to do something better than what I was doing.
All right. Now let me bring you back to this question of working for somebody and working for yourself. How can you differentiate the two? There's a thin line here.
Yes.
You probably have to report for work at 5 or at 5:30, and maybe at 8 hours and knock off at 17. But when you're working for yourself, you can report anytime you want, depending on the results that you want to, have. Also, depending on how you want things to work out for you. How has been the experience between working for somebody else and working for yourself?
Like working for myself has a lot of advantages.
Okay.
Yes, and a lot of people have this misconception to say if you start working for yourself, you can report anytime, you can knock off anytime. But it depends with what you want at the end of the day. If maybe, let's say, for instance, I report at 12 hours and I'm supposed to be at work in the morning, I'm not going to schedule meetings with people at 14 hours.
Yeah.
No, you understand? Meaning I'm losing out money. So it depends with what you want to achieve at the end of the day. But of course, working for people has its own disadvantages.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you're confined to the 4 walls of your office, maybe like exactly my point. You see, 4 walls of your office for like 7-8 hours. Majority of people work 8 hours, and you practically you don't have enough time to bond with your family, your friends, and also have the same time to do other things.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's really hard in terms of if you want to expand or probably maybe venture into something else, because you have very limited time. The same time that you have, probably we want to bond with your maybe loved one, your family. It's a few hours to divide. So
yeah. So I don't know, just the issue of time, because time is money.
Exactly.
Also, sometimes love is defined as time. Because if you're not giving time to your partner, it means that becomes a problem.
Definitely.
If you're not giving time to your work, also, it means that you're not going to get paid. Your boss will be on your neck.
Yeah.
Why not putting in enough time to do this thing? You're stealing time for the company. Why not doing the right thing? Now, let's talk about creativity among its young people in Zambia. With the kind of young people we have, this crop of youths, Zambia has about 18 million people, and 65% are actually young people. The people that voted in the UPND are the young people.
Yeah,
and
we voted.
Yeah, you voted. You voted. So now, do you feel today's young people are creative enough to foster development, in this country?
Yes, we are creative enough.
Okay, why? Because you created WorkIt.
No, it's not just me.
Yeah?
I'm sure you've seen a lot of people that have come up with creative.
Well, a number of them.
Not necessarily in terms of technology. It's just about, creativity does not really have to do with technology. You can create something. Maybe I've seen someone who's this one, Messi G. You've seen what she does.
Yep.
That's creativity. I mean, she's making money off of that. I mean, if you look at her works, I mean, they're tremendous.
Okay.
So yeah, there is.
There is. Okay. So let's talk about, before we get into the next question, let's break for some music, then we come back, we get for the headlines, then we can wind up. This is Capital FM 99.7, your talk leader, and of course you're with me, Dominique, up until the hour of 12 in the afternoon. Ensure that you come through by calling in the number 0761997997 or 0777911288, and simply at a push of a button you'll be through to me right here in the studio, broadcasting live from the capital of the nation in Kabulonga. Ensure that if you want to advertise your products and your services, email us on the email marketing@capitalfm997.com. Twitter handles at capitalfm_997. Also remember to find us on Mingotainment or Radio Garden app. Earlier on, I was looking at some of the stories that are making headlines locally. I'll be getting into that pretty soon. And I'll also be talking to Emmanuel Zulu, who is actually a governance expert. Music of Akon. This one is titled All Africa. I'll be back on the other side. Stay tuned.